Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. My name is Ross Clark, I'm from Hamilton Aquatics, and with me today I've got Coach Grant, Grant Woods, who's based at Wellington International School with his squads. I'm generally based at Junior Primary School. If any of my swimmers are in there, say hello in the comments. Throughout today's session, if you've got any questions or anything you want to ask, please use the question and answer box at the side, and we'll do our best to get back to you. Grant will be trying to keep track of those questions as I'm talking. I'm going to do a short presentation where we analyse some of the backstroke strokes from Ryosuke Iri, one of the top backstrokers in the world, very good technical swimmer as well. So we're going to be analysing some of his videos. I'm also going to look at the backstroke start as well at the end and kind of breaking that down. Just slightly different from what we do in butterfly, breaststroke and freestyle as well. Got a presentation here, so I'll just send this live for you now. All right. There we go. So yeah, we're going to go through backstroke technique. Let me just maximize this for you. So yeah, kind of first and foremost, like underwater is wildly important. Now, if you've maybe looked at some of the history of swimming, you might have noticed in the backstroke events, a lot of the swims were done completely underwater. They maybe pop up for a couple of strokes before they went into the turn. And it just kind of shows how advantageous those underwaters are. If you can work on them, you can really get a big advantage over your opponents in each and every race. But it takes a lot of time to develop that. But it's never too late starting to start that now, and no point putting that off. So yeah, underwater is wildly important. So as you know, you can only go 50 meters under the water. So if you're swimming in a short course pool, that's 15 meters out of 25 meters. So if you're doing a 50 meter race, you could do 30 meters out of 50 meters under the water. So more underwaters than you are doing swimming. And again, if that's faster than the swim, you can really maximize that benefit there. I've got a little video for you next, that kind of just shows you how useful they can be. Now, bear in mind, this swimmer was disqualified in this race, but I think the kind of point he was demonstrating was just how effective he was at these underwater skills. So let's just have a watch and see how he gets on here. So we're looking at the guy down here, got the suit on, second from the left. So you can see already, like he's powering ahead of the rest of the field. Let's just see the advantage he's got by the time he gets to the halfway. So this will be 25 meters when he gets to the halfway. Like so far ahead. No arms needed, just using his body, engaging that core nice and tight. And later on, Grant's going to be taking you through some exercise to help develop that core, develop that control and that activation there, which will support your body position in the water. But yeah, as you can see from the screen there, so if you can develop that and make that one of your key points and that's one of your key strengths, there's no reason why you're not going to get a massive advantage over your opponents. It's definitely something that a lot of people have a weakness in, and it's definitely something that shouldn't be cast to the side and think, oh, don't need to work on that so much. That's something very important to focus on. The thing about with the butterfly kicks as well is it's not just a down one movement. Like one of the common things you see is everyone kind of kicks on that downbeat, but the legs kind of drift up. It's about being able to activate and get both directions, get that up flick as well as a down flick as well. So kind of going into the stroke analysis a little bit here. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we're looking at Ryosuke Iri from Japan. So this first race is Iri versus Res. It's 100 meters backstroke. And I just want to kind of compare the two swimmers together. Just kind of think who looks more comfortable in the water, who looks more efficient, and what kind of difference do you see between the two? And can you kind of picture who do you think is going to win from when you see them at the start in the first length, and look at them coming back towards the end as well. All right. Well, let's go to the start of the race here. That's it. So it's going to be two swimmers in the middle lane kind of fighting against each other for the win in this one. A good strong start. We'll be analysing those backstroke starts towards the end. Again, good useful in the waters. That yellow mark is the 15 metre mark, so everyone kind of pushing it towards there, sourcing at 13 to 15 metres. You don't want that head to break past there. That's when you get cut off. Rest here in the middle, taking the leads. Very high tempo. I know the screen's a little bit jumpy trying to live stream this, but rest in the stroke, very bouncy. You see his head kind of popping up and down. This is one of the kind of key features of Erie's stroke. His head is solid as a rock throughout the race, like very, very steady, very relaxed throughout the swim. Obviously in the backstroke, 100 as well, it's basically a sprint, so very high tempo in those arms. But, I know it's a little bit blurry, but Erie's hand entry is a lot smoother going into the water there. Rest, a lot of splash, a lot of resistance there. And I think basically the difference between the two, Erie obviously a lot stronger coming back down that second 50 because he's managing his energy a lot better. He's a lot more controlled in that first length. So he's able to kind of accelerate through coming down that second 50, whereas like let's put a lot of effort in, really kind of powering through with those arms. Again, I'm not taking anything away from both. I'm both very, very talented swimmers. But I think the quality of the stroke kind of shone through there and the difference between the two. Also, timing very important for both of them. When I'm up, when I'm down, getting that connection through the body. Now, the exercises that Grant's going to go through later on kind of looks at that connection through the body, connecting the opposite arm to the opposite leg, and you'll see that later on when we go through to that. Now, the next event we're going to look at is the 200-meter backstroke. So 200 meters backstroke, there's only 4 in this race. It's actually a very, very talented swim, very, very, very powerful. And the commentator, I'm going to let you listen to the commentary in this race as well, because the commentators actually comment on Erie's head position here as well, and like what helps him to do that. So let's see if we can post in the comments box what practice he does in training to help him keep his head nice and steady. Okay, let's get to the start. Apologies, it looks like the sound's not coming through in this video, but we'll still watch it as well. So, see Erie's second closest to us in the black cap. Delaney in there as well, again, another very talented backstroker from Australia. Good powerful start. Utilising those underwaters again, nice and powerful. Again, as far as I can off that wall, and up into that high tempo stroke. Now, bear in mind, this is 200 meters, but still very, very high tempo there. But the swimmers here will be a little bit more relaxed in that first 50, just trying to keep a little bit of control so they can kind of build through that 200. And I see already Erie's starting to build up a little bit of a lead here. Yeah, nice and smooth into the turns, exploding off that wall, using those underwaters again. Getting off the turn, looking he's coming up about 10 meters off the wall. So barely making a splash as his hands enter the water there. So enter with the pinky first. Nice and smooth, trying to catch that water as early as possible. And don't want to hit with that back of the hand, so you have to turn it in the water before you start to get that catch. So again, in with that pinky, you get that catch as soon as possible. Again, pulling more water through that pool. And again, let's see him kind of power through here. Can you predict what time he's going to go in this race? See where he's going to go the 200. You know what he's going to finish on? It's out in 56. Again, look at that head. So you see, we're always kind of talk about keeping that chin nice and high, keeping those eyes up. And again, one of the common faults we kind of see in training is that someone swim with their chin on their chest, which causes the hips to drop really low. Now, naturally, in the backstroke, we should have a slight tilt in the head. But yeah, generally when we're teaching and coaching, we're talking about keeping that head up as much as possible because we want to keep that height in the stroke and we want to keep those hips up. Again, the lower your hips are, the more drag you're going to get through the water. You're thinking the angle that you're going to be pushing against that water. So I want to keep those hips up high, reduce that resistance. Again, he's trying to get himself up and over that water. Now, I was looking at some stats for Erie before I came in here. He's actually very light. He's 5'10", weighs 62 kilos. So a very light individual, which will probably help with his buoyancy as well. But again, nutrition and diet, very important for helping a top athlete. I'm not saying that's the ideal weight for everyone. Again, the bigger you are, more weight you're going to carry. But yeah, it's also going to help you looking after your diet within the swimming as well. I mean, at a world stage, there's so many things that contribute to getting to that stage. But again, so I did ask you to listen out for the commentary, but unfortunately the sound's not coming through there. So one of the things they talked about was he's well known for swimming with a water bottle on his head when he's swimming back. So it just helps him concentrate on keeping that head steady. And he swims his backstroke with that bottle on his head, trying not to let it fall. So I've done that quite often, and again, that's kind of one of the key features of this swimmer, is that steady head position. Gives them that building block, gives them that base to build a stroke around it. And again, that's kind of the building block of all the strokes. So looking at kind of what drills we should be doing, which ones we should prioritize in training. If I was to choose like one drill that kind of stands out amongst the rest, the one I most commonly use is 6 kick switch. I can progress from 10 kick switch. If any of my swimmers are tuned in here, you'll know which ones I'm talking about. And I guess it's quite a common drill amongst a lot of programs, so a lot more of you might understand that one as well. But basically, it's a rotation drill, working that connection through the body. If you think of it like your golf swing, if any of you are familiar with golf or if you played golf in the past, it's like when you take that swing, okay, it's not just your arms that are doing the work there, you let your whole body swing into it, okay, you're able to generate a lot more power. It's the same in your swimming strokes as well. Rotation, very, very important to help generate power. So as that hand enters, your body's rotating around to help generate a stronger push through and that flick past at the hips. So the 6 kick switch drill, what I do for that one is just in a bodyline position. So think one arm up, one arm down by your side, with palm facing away, keeping everything in line with the body. So you're in one straight line from the fingertips all the way through to the toes. Doing 6 kicks on your side. Okay, your body at 45 degrees, so your shoulders out the water. 6 kicks on your side. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3 pulls till we end up on the other side. Again, make sure that shoulder's out the water, minimizing resistance there, nice and strong, and then into that 1, 2, 3 strokes. So I'd say that's probably the most important drill that we could be doing in training. Again, you can break that down, just starting with some bodyline kicking. So you just start with working on your body shape again. You want to use that with the water ball as well, focus on keeping that head nice and still. You can do that there. Then you can build that in, add that arm pull. So maybe do 10 kicks or 10 seconds, then do 1 arm pull, and then hold for 10 seconds, just holding and maintain that body position throughout. Then you can build that into the 6 kick switch. But again, it's a little bit more towards the swim and just trying to progress that into the full stroke, trying to maintain that theme of working on the rotation. So the last little bit we're going to look over here is the backstroke starts. Okay, I'm just going to break this down. So it's slightly different from what you do in other strokes, obviously with starting in the water. So look in here, we'll look at the kind of first key feature of the backstroke start. Let me just mute this at the moment. Okay, so the first thing we're kind of looking at is where your feet are positioned. In the backstroke start, your goal is to try and get yourself clearing the water, getting up and over the water at the start. Obviously, when he's in this position right now, obviously part of the body's in the water, so when you push back from that position, you're going to be hitting that resistance in the water right from the start. It's going to be slowing you down. So you want to get that advantage from the start, from that push off the wall, and get yourself up and over, traveling through the air. So the first thing we're looking at is getting those toes up towards the surface of the water. Obviously, it helps having those pads there. You get a little bit more grip on the wall. I know it's very hard to kind of work on this in your home pools. A lot of people train just with the tiles on the wall, and it's very, very slippy. But you can still practice some of the key features here. So we're going to talk through those. So I'll say high foot position at the start there, so they're really near the surface as we go through. Now, next thing we're going to look at is the starting stance. So once we pull up, okay, so we'll go to 2 minutes. Here we go. So at this point, it's got a grip onto the block. When it says take your marks, lifts himself out the water. So you saw before, his hips were really far in the water, really kind of sinking in. He's lifted himself so much that his hips are now out the water, and there's actually clearance between the water surface and himself. You can see the tips of his toes just kind of creeping out just on top of the water there. But also the kind of thing I wanted to look at here is he's keeping that back nice and straight. He's not pulling himself into that block and hunched up really tight here. He's keeping his chin up and keeping that back straight. Okay, very powerful. Again, developing your core, developing that strength there can help you hold that position. Yeah, really straight back from the head down to the hips here. Okay, so that's kind of the first kind of thing part before we say go. Now if we go to 2 minutes 30, okay, from here, we're going to look at how that helps us get out and through the air. So we're going to watch him here lift himself up, going into the start. So take your marks and go. So you see the amount of height that he's getting out the water at the start of the race there. And from there, as he takes off, nice and strong, hips out the water, He throws those arms back. And you notice flicking those feet up at the end as well. We don't want to just kind of fall into that water. Trying to lift those legs up so it's following the body in at the end. Got one more clip. It's slow motion here so you get a better view of that. So there, lift that nice and high in the block. And he pushes off, arching that back, and then look at that position there. Okay, hands are in the water in a streamlined position, head is tucked in between those arms, back is arched, so it's like going over a bridge there. And just watch what's happening with the feet now. So as he's pushed off, so the feet are just leaving the wall. They flick up and follow the rest of the body into the water. Now we get a good head start. So again, I think when you're diving off the block, you generate a lot of speed here. So again, it's trying to imitate that as well on your back, getting out that water, accelerating in, and then into those underwater fly kicks. Let's watch that one more time, just so we can just see that in action again. The action back, good smooth entry, so it takes a lot of flexibility there. Through the back, make sure we're flicking those toes up at the end, and then accelerating into the water. Now, it's a very short session today. I know it's very hard to kind of break down the full backstroke stroke into full detail here in such a short session. We've got a lot to get through. But if you do have any questions, post it in the question and answer box, and I'll try and answer them now as we pass over to Grant, who's going to take us through some land training exercises. So hope you've all got your gym kit on, you've got your trainers on, you've got a clear space to work in. Don't want anyone getting injured at home, so just make sure the area is safe. And you've got your gym mat down ready to take part. It's not a full workout session, it's more about giving you the skills. But I'm going to pass that over to Coach Grant now to help you out with that. Grant?
Hang on.
There you are.
There we go. Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Coach Grant and I am the swimming coach in James Wellington International School. So as Coach Ross was just saying, all I'm going to do is just give you an example of the warm-ups and some core exercises that we always get our swimmers to do prior to coming into training. So if I could just get my PowerPoint up for 2 seconds. There we go. So this is an example of the warm-ups and core exercises that we get our swimmers to do. So first one is going to be 2 rounds where they're going to be doing jogging on the spot, high knees, jumping jacks, spotty dog, and some mountain climbers. Now, when it comes to doing the warm-up, the idea of this is to get your body nice and warm to prevent yourselves from getting injured when you're performing any forms of exercises. So in this workout, it says it's only going to do 2 rounds, but I'm only going to perform 1 round just so you all get a better understanding and idea of how to do these warm-ups. So as you can see, we're going to do 30 seconds of exercise, but we only get 10 seconds rest. Now, a lot of you are thinking, why are we only getting 10 seconds rest? The obvious answer, still trying to keep ourselves nice and warm, getting that heart rate up and keeping the body nice and active. Okay, so everyone's going to join me on this one. So we're going to be doing jogging on the spot, high knees, jumping jacks, spotty dogs, and finishing off with the mountain climbers. So I know that the majority of you will know all these exercises. So let us prepare then. So we're going to start off by doing 30 seconds jogging on the spot and then 10 seconds rest. As we're performing the exercises, I'm going to be giving you a couple of hinters to, excuse me, I'm going to give you a couple of pointers on how to improve on your exercises. So let's get started then on your mats. So first one, we're going to do 30 seconds jogging on the spot. Going in 5 seconds. 2, 1, and let's go. So first one is just jogging on the spot. So staying on your toes the whole time, keeping it off. Okay. So try and move your arms as well, just to get with the momentum. We've got 10 seconds left. After this, we're going to do some high knees. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Remember, 10 seconds rest. Next one is going to be high knees. So when we're doing the high knees, all you're going to be doing is lifting your knees up so your legs are in line with your hips. Ready? And let's go. Remember, staying on your toes. And all all you're doing is bringing your leg up so it's in line with your hips. Keeping your back straight and making sure that we're looking forwards. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Very good, guys. Next one now is the jumping jack. So basically, you're going to jump into a star and then back together. So star, soldier. Ready? Let's go. Again, when we're doing this, make sure that you're staying on your toes, arms and your legs moving at the same time. When you're bringing your arms up, make sure that you're keeping it in line with your shoulders, and then you bring them back down to your sides. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Spotty dog. Same movements as doing the jumping jacks, but instead, you're going to bring your arm and your leg forward, and then switch. Ready? Let's go. So as I said, this time, you're going to be bringing your arms and your legs forward. Stay on your toes. Make sure your arms and your legs are moving at the same time. Whew. 2, 1, and rest. Next one is mountain climbers. You're probably all familiar with this one, as you do this a lot in swimming. Mountain climbers. Press the position, tucking your knee in, and then switching legs. Let's go. So keeping your core nice and tight. And when you perform this exercise, I do not want to see your hips bouncing, because if your hips are bouncing, that is a sign to say that you are not keeping your core tight. Ooh. 2, 1, and stop there. So that was just an example of a warm-up that myself and Coach Ross get our swimmers to perform prior to getting in the pool for the training session. Next bit, we're going to be doing some core activation. Now, core activation basically means you trying to keep your core tight and ready for any forms of exercises. So, only 4 exercises for this one, guys, but we're only going to do 1 round of the following. Superman, arm on your backs. Superman on your backs, only using your arms. Superman on your backs, we're doing it with your legs. Then we're going to go into dead bugs and finishing off with the flutter kicks. Okay, so let me just adjust my camera. Look good? Yeah. So, first one then is going to be Superman on your backs, but using your arms. So for this one, we all need to be sat, we all need to be on the floor. You're going to bring your legs to 90 degrees and then arms up into the air. Now, when we're performing this exercise, your legs are going to stay still. We're not going to be moving them. Keep them still. All we're doing is lowering one arm down so it goes by your head, and then bring it back up and switch arms. So the idea of this, everybody, is to keep your core nice and tight, and then you're just lowering your arm so it goes in line with your head, and bring it back up. When we're performing this exercise, do not let your arm lie on the floor. Keep it about 1 inch off the floor, and then you bring it back up. So make sure you control your breathing. And if you can't feel your core being tight, just imagine that you're trying to push your belly button down to the floor. That way, it will keep your core tight and it helps to keep your lower back flat. And that is how we perform the Supermans on your back with the arms. So, next one, we're going to be doing the same again, but this time it's going to be legs. So, I'm assuming everybody has got a better understanding for this exercise. Same position, legs at 90 degrees, keeping your arms up. But as it says in the name, we're only going to be using our legs. So for this one, you're going to lower one leg down, keeping it straight, get an inch off the floor, and then bring it back up to 90 degrees. Switch legs, and up. Switch, and up. Again, keeping that core nice and tight, guys. And making sure that you're pushing your belly buttons down to the floor, because they will help to keep your core tight and keeps your lower back flat on the floor. And don't forget as well, make sure that we're all controlling our breathing.
Quick question, guys.
Yeah?
How can we test to see if our core is engaged when we're on our back there? What can we do to check
Oh, that's a good question, Ross. I love that answer. I love that question. So, if you want to make sure that your lower back is flat on the floor, you can either get your parents to do this. You simply just get your hands and see if you can get it underneath your lower back. If your hand is going underneath your back, that's a sign to say you are not pushing your belly buttons down and your back is not flat on the floor. Okay, so I can feel it now. My core is nice and tight. I'm keeping my belly button pushed down, and straight away my back is flat and my hands are not going underneath my lower back. So next one is going to be the dead bugs. Now, this one, I am assuming that you've all done this probably when you was all little kids. So, dead bugs. Same position as before, arms up in the air and legs at 90 degrees. But this time, when you bring one arm down by your head, your opposite leg is going to go straight. So, for example, if my right arm is going to go down, my left leg is going to straighten. Okay? So again, keeping that core tight, bringing it back up, and then switch. Left arm down, right leg straight, and back to the start. Okay, so let's do a couple of reps. Right arm down, left leg straight, and relax, and to the start. Switch, and back. Switch, and to the start. So again, making sure you're keeping that core tight. Push your belly button down to the floor because it helps to keep your lower back straight. Control your breathing as well because it will help you to engage your core. Okay, so nice, slow reps when we're performing any form of core exercises. If you are rushing it, you are not going to feel the benefits, but if you slow it down, then you will be able to feel your core working harder. All right, now, last one, my favorite core exercises is the flutter kicks. Now, when we're doing the flutter kicks, you can place your hands just underneath your bottom, just to give it a bit of support. And with this one, legs are going to be straight, keeping it an inch off the floor, point your toes forward, and then all we're going to do is small, fast little kicks. Exactly how we perform the backstroke kicking, all right? So remember, this one is all about small, fast kicking, not big ones, like as if we're riding a bicycle, because that is not engaging your core. So again, hands just underneath your bottom, legs straight, feet off the floor, roughly about an inch, point your toes forward, and then small, fast flutter kicks. If you want to make this a little bit harder, why not perform it in a streamline position? Okay, so holding your streamline and performing those small, fast flutter kicks. All right. So that is another example of all the core exercises that we get our swimmers to perform prior to getting into the pool for training. Now, if there's any questions that you guys wish to ask, whether it's regarding doing some warm-up exercises or doing some core exercises, please feel free to drop a message in the comment box and we'll be very happy to help, very happy to answer them. One last part from me, guys, before I hand you back over to Coach Ross. If you wish to seek out any more information regarding any land warm-ups or any swimming related questions, just simply visit this website, swimming.org/sports/land warm-up swimmers. Thanks for your time, guys. Ross, over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Grant. Yeah, if you're with us this week, we give out that link as well. All the exercises are on that website. It gives video examples as well, and gives you some key focus points to think about when you're doing the exercise as well, to help you perform safely, effectively, and get the most out of them. We get some good questions in the question and answer box, and definitely paying attention to what you do in the land is very, very important. Like the best swimmers don't just get in the pool every day and swim up and down. Like there's a lot of planning and a lot of preparation that goes into that. It's very important what they do in the pool, but also what they do outside of the pool. Again, nutrition plays a factor, like psychology focus, so mental skills like mental toughness, resilience, commitment, attention to detail, your nutrition, like eating the right foods and that at the right time as well, and your land training, like doing the correct exercises to help benefit your stroke. Now, you saw Grant demonstrating the dead bug exercise. One of the things you might have noticed was when we're doing opposite arm to opposite leg, think about that connection in the stroke as well. On the backstroke, the opposite arm is linked with the opposite leg. So every 3 kicks, as you kick, one hand enters. So it's kick, 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 one hand enters. And we don't have much time to go over that in too much detail today. But if you go and try and watch some videos online of the top backstrokers, you can get some underwater footage and slow it down. Watch it in slow motion and just see if you can see that connection between the arms and the legs when they are swimming. There's a lot of practice that goes into that, and it's all about putting hours in now. No point saying, no, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Start today. Okay, start focusing on it now. But thanks for tuning in with us today. Hope you've learned something. And if you've got any questions, just feel free to fire away. But we'll be back next week with Coach Rob and Coach Davor. So make sure you tune in then, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.